Doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh my goodness. I'm having the worst headache ever. I went hiking today and I was in the sun for hours and I came home and my head is pounding. But I'm going to try and make it through this video. Okay, so I'm going to get right to it. You guys see the title, right? You guys see the title. So someone sent me this video on what do you call it, Instagram, right? So let me share my screen here. You know what, let me share my screen. Let's see if I can find it. Here's a video.
And then you hit the street and you run into a police
Hold
officer.
on.
And his first thing is, put your hands up, freeze, shut up. And you like, excuse my language, everybody. You like, fuck you.
Now, hold on, let me start from the beginning.
Causes people to lose lives.
This is Jay-Z.
Think about the idea of growing up in a single parent house, which I grew up in, which me grew up in, and having an adverse feeling for authority, right? Your father's gone, so you like, I hate my dad. Well, nobody tell me what to do. I'm the man of the house. And then you hit the street and you run into a police officer. And his first thing is, put your hands up, freeze, shut up. And you like, excuse my language, everybody. You like, fuck you.
You know what? I'm going to see if I can find the video and share it with you guys. For those of you who haven't heard that video, let me share my screen here. Let me share my screen. So, where is it? Where is it? Here it is, right here. Let me play this.
You think about the idea of growing up in a single parent house, which I grew up in, which you grew up in, and having an adverse feeling for authority, right? Your father's gone, so you like, I hate my dad. Well, nobody tell me what to do. I'm the man of the house. And then you hit the street and you run into a police officer. And his first thing is, put your hands up, freeze, shut up. And you like, excuse my language, everybody. You like, fuck you. Right? So that interaction causes people to lose lives. A lot of these issues are in place now because they were run on, they like political issues. People run on this and got elected to office, and it's no disrespect.
All right. Okay. Well, what is Jay-Z? What is he talking? What is he saying? Because I'm confused. Is he saying that growing up in a single parent household is the reason why black men, women, and child is being killed by police and causing police brutality? Can somebody explain that video to me? I'm gonna let you listen to it again because maybe I'm misunderstanding what this Negro is saying because I'm confused. Let me let me play it again. Let me play it again because I'm confused. Maybe you guys can figure it out because I can't figure it out. I can't. Let's see. Let's go back to the beginning again. Let's listen to it again together. Let me see if I could turn up the volume here. Okay.
You think about the idea of growing up in a single parent house, which I grew up in, which you grew up in, and having an adverse feeling for authority, right? Your father's gone, so you like, I hate my dad. Well, nobody tell me what to do. I'm the man of the house. And then you hit the street and you run into a police officer. And his first thing is, put your hands up, freeze, shut up. And you like, excuse my language, everybody. You like, fuck you. Right? So that interaction causes people to lose lives.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm still confused. So that interaction caused people to lose life. So think about growing up in a single parent household and you get upset and then you come in contact with a police officer and that interaction caused people. What is he saying? What is he saying? What is Jay-Z? I mean, he's just buck dancing and just going around in circle over the mountain through the woods. I mean, this guy is all over the damn place. What is he saying? What is he saying? Is he for real? Is he for real? Is Jay-Z, is he for real? He can't be serious. What, I mean, so let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. So the mass shooters that we have in America, right, which are not black, right? And those people were raised, some of them were raised with two parents in the home, and they're still mass shooters. A lot of these guys were raised with mom and dad in the home, and they still turn out to be mass shooters. They go into all type of establishment and shoot up and kill a whole bunch of people. So what's the excuse for that? What is the excuse for that? Huh? And majority of these mass shooters are not killed by police officers. They're not. So what is this? What is this Negro? What is he talking about? Seriously, what is this guy talking about? I mean, the dude is just buck dancing all over the place. He might as well just put on that minstrel hat and just start put on his tap shoe and just start tap dancing all over the damn place, because that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing, just buck dancing and tap dancing. Should we give him one of those fried chicken sandwich from these people? Going crazy over the fried chicken sandwich. What is it, Popeye's chicken sandwich? Maybe we should give Jay-Z one of those sandwiches, because this dude is all over the damn place. Really? Anyway, I don't even want to stay too. I don't want to make this this too long. I'm just like, what is going on with Jay-Z? What's going on with him? I mean, seriously. Whew, Lord. Lord. Anyway, let's move on to something else. Let's move on to a group of people. A group of people who have been held to a very high esteem. They've been held to a very high standard in society. They have been considered to be of good moral standing, right? Just good morals and values and this, that, and the third, right? This particular group of people that have been held to such high standard by everyone. Every race of people have hold this particular group of people to such high standard. Why, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm scratching my head, because I never understand why this particular group of people have been held for such, you know, high standard in society. And I think a part of the reason for that is because the spotlight have never actually been on this group of people here, which I'm gonna share my screen in a minute. But there hasn't really been a spotlight on this particular group of people. The spotlight has always been on the black woman, the black man, and the black child, and the Mexicans, and all the other group and culture of people, but not this group of people here, because this group of people have been held to such high regard by society, and they have just managed somehow to wreak havoc on society, and just manage to just slip right under the radar. Every time they do something, we find an excuse for their behavior. And we just give them excuses after excuses, and we find some type of, oh, it's this and that, and they're never held accountable for their dysfunction and their mental illness and their just craziness, right? And so I'm going to share my screen and show you guys this particular group of people that I'm referring to. My head is pounding. I'm having such a horrible migraine, but I'm going to try and make it through this video. So let me share my screen with you guys here. Let me share my screen. Whoops. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. 1 second. Let me share my screen with you guys. All right. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. We don't want you here because you can't drive. You see, you crossed the line. I crossed the line. You don't know a damn thing. Go back to China where you belong. You fucking asshole. Chinky, chinky, China lady. Chinky, chinky, China lady. We don't, you know what? You give the people a bad name here. We hate you people. Go back where you belong. Fuck you. Fucking cunt. We don't want you here because you can't drive. You see, you crossed the line. I crossed the line. You don't know a damn thing. Go back to China where you belong. You fucking asshole. Chinky, chinky, China lady. Chinky, chinky, China lady. We don't, you know what? You give the people a bad name here. We hate you people. Go back where you belong. Fuck you. Fucking cunt. Yeah. Yeah. That's the group of people I'm talking about. That group of people. Yeah, the white woman, the European female that have been, she has been held to such high regard in society, and everyone has just hold her to such high regard. Nobody talks bad about her. When I say her, I'm talking about all the European white women, right? This group of people have been held to such high regard, and nobody ever talk about who they really are. Nobody is highlighting and putting a spotlight on these people and who they really are. Well, I'm doing that today. I'm here to shine a spotlight on this particular group of people, the European women. And I'm going to show you guys how hateful, hateful and devious and vile this particular group of people is. I'm just gonna shine a small spotlight on this particular group of people. And you saw that. You saw that her anger was towards a Chinese woman. And I don't have to share the video again. You guys saw that, right? I mean, that there is the face of hate. That's the face of hate. But you know, when they want to talk about dysfunction, when they want to talk about dysfunction and every other derogatory name in the book, all of that is geared towards black folks. Most of it is, right? But you just saw the face of hate. That's hate. And there's more. There's more. There's way more. Let me share my screen again. Let's put a spotlight on the white woman. Here it is again. All right.
I make $125,000 a year, and I want to make sure that you're all up in here. Girl, I got you, girl. I'm white. I'm white. I'm white. I'm white. I got you, girl. Hi, how are you? I'm hot. I'm beautiful. I'm 51. What are we going to talk about tonight? Being hot, being beautiful, being white, being my new weave.
Why do you feel you need to be in outer space?
Well, I live here and I pay rent. I pay almost $1,100.
And so does she.
Okay.
Don't talk to her, please don't, because I don't know what's
So what's going on?
Okay, I don't know, but we can call 911 to find out if you
That's
got a
cool.
problem.
Is your boyfriend here? Is your baby daddy here? Nobody cares. I'm white and I'm hot. I'm white and I'm hot. So what are you doing here?
I don't know, but we're going to see you in court Monday morning.
Okay, all right. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, great. I got you too, baby. I got you, baby. I got you. This is Myers Park. This is a Myers Park. Babe, good. Go. What are you doing hanging out here on Friday night?
Yeah. What we're looking at there is the true nature. The true nature of these people, this particular group of people, that's their nature. That's their nature. That is the true nature of the European Caucasian woman. That's her nature right there. And you put a little liquor in her, and she'll show her true colors right there. Let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at this.
Please move, ma'am.
I can. Do you live here?
Yeah, answer that question. Excuse me.
I'm
Stop
sorry.
touching me, ma'am.
The keypad is right there.
I understand that, ma'am.
You can film me. That's
I
fine.
understand, ma'am, but you're blocking me.
Into my building.
Okay, and
Okay.
it's my building as well, so I need you to get out my way.
Okay, what unit?
I don't need to say that information. So excuse me, ma'am.
I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, you can be uncomfortable. That's your discretion. You're uncomfortable because of you. I need you to move out my way, please.
No,
Now, please stop touching me.
I'm not touching
You
you.
just was previously.
I'm not touching you at all.
So I'm going to step in.
I'm not touching you, and I'm not in any way doing anything outside of letting my dog go to the bathroom.
Okay. I live here. You're blocking the door.
What unit?
I don't need to tell you that. What unit do you live in?
307.
Okay. Great. I'm on the 4th floor. Excuse me.
No, you don't have a key fob. You are no.
No. No. No.
If you have that, then okay.
No, you're not.
Now, in case you guys are confused about what's going on in this video, this white woman believes that she has a right, she has the privilege of knowing who this young man is and why he was in this building, and she wants to know his room number, his apartment number, who he was, where he's going, and all these is now she's not the owner. She's simply a tenant, right? And here's a young man. He lives there, and she's policing this young man, policing him as if she's a police officer. And she's simply a tenant walking her dog. This young man has walked into the building, going home, and she wants to know everything about his life.
Security. You're not the property manager. You're not
No,
Mike
but
Herman.
I live here.
Okay, and I live here too. You're not Mike Herman. You're not Rick.
I don't like the fact you have your phone in my face.
Okay, I don't like the fact that you're blocking me for where I pay.
All
So
I'm
live
asking is what
But you're
unit?
not. I don't need to tell you that information, ma'am.
If you want to come into my building,
It's not your building. You're not the owner.
If you want to come into my building, do you see the narcissism in these people? This particular group of people are narcissists. If you want to come into my building, mind you, she is a tenant just as this young man is a tenant. But according to her, if you want to come into my building, because she believed that she owns the building.
You pay rent.
sir, you walked up on a street.
Yes,
that-
yes, and I've already buzzed in. I've already
You
used
did
my-
not.
Okay, yeah, it does not even matter. Can you
Can
get out of
you-
my way?
No, can you show me the key
I
fob
don't,
into this
I'm
building?
not showing you anything. And the second, ma'am, I'm bound to walk through where I live at. So.
No.
Okay.
Can you show me the key fob into this? No.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me.
Are you kidding me?
Call the police, whatever you want to do.
Where are you going? Do you have a key fob that looks like this? You can film all you want. I'm not being rude. I'm not being disrespectful. You walked into a building that I was taking my dog out and pushed your way in. No. Who are you going up to the fourth floor to see?
Now she's following him. Now she's following him. She was on her way out to walk her dog, and now She turned around and she's following this man. So now she's stalking him, right? Now, had this been the other way around, can you imagine what would have happened to this black man if it had been the other way around? This white woman is now stalking this man, this black man. She is now following him home. That's the face of hate right there. Look at that face. Look at it. That is the face of hate. That's what hate. You want to know what hate look like? That's what you're looking at there. That is hate. The only thing these women like about a black man is their penis. That's it. It's the only thing they like.
No, I want to know who you're going to see.
So now you're gonna follow me.
I am.
Why?
Now you hear it. She's made it very clear that she's following him.
Because I would like to know who's friends and why you're here.
So I live there.
And if you do,
She wants to know why he's here. She wants to know why. Who are you? Who are you?
then I'd like to meet you because you're a neighbor. And
You gonna start off on the good note. I don't know. I don't want no diligence. You want in my house. You want in my house where I live at, where I pay.
I would like to introduce myself as a neighbor. I would like to introduce myself.
I do not want to speak with you.
Now imagine if this man decided to defend himself from someone who decided to stalk him, right? Because that's what I would have done. That's exactly what I would have done. Someone is stalking me, following me to my home, right? I would defend myself. Imagine if this young black man decided that he was going to defend himself against this narcissistic person.
Please stop following me. I'm going to call the cops for harassment. That's my next step. You just follow me all the way to my door.
As a plan.
And you see my keys in the door. That is so that.
As a record, I just want to say hi. What is your name?
No, no. Have a good night, ma'am. Don't ever do that again. You look pretty stupid on video. Have a nice night. And my name is Mr. Toes. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what privilege does, you know. That's what privilege does. Privilege makes you believe that you own the world. The world belongs to you, and everybody else in the world is your servant, and you know, they have to tell you who they are, where they're going, when they're using the bathroom, what time they're going to. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But that right there is, you know, one of this group of people that we don't really hear much about. We don't really the spotlight does not shine on this particular group of people, because you know they can do no wrong. They can do no wrong. Let me share my screen again. Let me share my screen again, because I'm not done. Where are we? Yeah, well, you know, sometimes take a look at this.
And now to South Africa, where courts in the country has jailed a white woman for yelling racist abuse at black police officers. Vicky Momberg, an estate agent, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for utterances she made against the black police officer in 2016. The black officers had been trying to assist her after she was robbed on the outskirts of the main city, Johannesburg. The police ruling is the first prison term imposed in South Africa for verbal racial abuse, as people convicted of the same crime previously have always been fined.
Absolutely, Jerry. And commenting on the unprecedented verdict on television, the Justice Minister, Michael Masuta, felt that it would have a deterrent effect. It was about intensifying and toughening the fight against racism by imposing even tougher sanctions. Details in this report.
A South African court has jailed a former real estate agent to prison for 3 years with 1 year suspended for racist abuse. Vicky Mombach is accused of using a derogatory word against a black police officer 48 times. Her lawyer says she was not in a normal state at the time, as she had just been a victim of a smash and grab robbery. Her alleged racist rant went viral on social media when she was caught on video hurling insults at black officers trying to assist her after she was robbed in the outskirts of Johannesburg in 2016. The lawyer also indicated she would appeal against the conviction and sentence. If the appeal fails, she will be the first person to be imprisoned in South Africa for racist abuse.
Well, without
All right. Well, maybe I think we need some of that South African laws here in the United States. 3 years. This woman apparently was robbed or whatever the case was, and the police came to assist her. And the police happened to be African, dark skin, so-called black, right? And I guess she didn't need their help. She didn't want to see those type of police officers. So she turned into herself, her true self. And now she's facing 3 years in prison, right? I think we need those laws right here in the United States, right? But when we talk about this group of people here, and I'm going to keep saying this group of people, this particular group of people, which is a Caucasian European woman, the spotlight has not been shine on them very often, right? And we see these mass shootings that happen in the United States all the time, right? And a lot of the times, it's been talked about just for a couple of days, and then it just goes right out the window. They just sweep it under the rug. You don't really hear about it anymore for a while. But you got to ask yourself, who are raising these mass shooters? Who are raising them? That's the question. Their mothers. Their mothers. The mother is the first teacher in the home, right? The mother is the mother is a nurturer. The mother is a teacher. The first teacher in the home is the mom. So who's raising these hateful, vengeful, vile murderers who are going out and murdering dozens of people, just mass shooting all over the place? Who's raising these boys? That's what we got to ask ourselves. These women that you just saw in the video, those hateful, vile, disgusting women, those are the women. They're all over the United States. They're everywhere. They're all over the United States. They're all over Africa. They're all over the continent. They're all over the world. Okay? They're no different. They are vile. They are disgusting. They are racist. They are hateful. They're filled with hate. And they're the one that are raising these boys with this much hate to come out from their little hole where they are and grab a gun and go shoot up buildings and shoot people up. These young men are being raised by these women. Okay? And this is something that we're not talking about. We blame the music videos, right? We blame the video games. We blame the guns. We blame everything else but the person who's pulling the trigger and the people who are raising these people who are pulling the trigger. The people who are raising them. Those are the people we need to look at. Because when you have little black boys who do anything at all, right? The first thing you hear is, oh, there's no father at home. Oh, there's something wrong with the family, right? It's the first thing you hear whenever you see a little black boy does something. The first thing they do is they go and they dig up the background of the father or the mother, right? And you see the parents plaster all over the television and just degrading the family of the black family, right? And they can find everything they can find about this black family and to degrade the family. Look at what they did to Trayvon Martin's family and all the other victims of police brutality. They just went and they dug up the background of the mom and the dad and they plaster it all over the television, right? But when you have these mass shooters, it's always the video games. It's always the mental illness and the medication that you're taking. It's always the gun. There's too much gun, but it's never any spotlight and on the people who raised them, who gave birth to them and raised them. And that would be their mother, their hateful, vile mothers that you see in these videos here who are stalking people, who are harassing people, who are getting up and calling 911 on people every day, who are getting, caught on videos every day calling people all type of vile, disgusting names and telling people to go back home to their country and all this and that. And you know what I don't see? I don't see any group of people harassing white women. I don't see that. Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me where is there a group of people that is going around harassing white women? I don't see that. I don't see that. Every couple of days, there's a video sent to me of some white women that are on video harassing somebody, calling somebody all type of vile, disgusting name, telling somebody to go back home to their country, right? And no one, I've never seen anyone harassing any white woman. I don't see anybody harassing European women. I don't see anyone going up to them at the pool and asking them, "What are you doing here? Why are you at the pool?" I don't see anyone going, to an apartment building and asking a white woman, "Why are you here? Why are you standing here? You don't belong in this building." I never see that. But there's always a white woman who believe that she deserved to be told because she's so privileged that she has to be told by someone, why they're here. Why are you here? Show me your ID. Who are you visiting? What room number do you belong to? Right? Those are the questions that they believe, that they think that they deserve to know, right? Because they believe they own the place, right? And I never see anybody going around harassing any white person or any white woman. Since we're talking about the white woman today, we're talking about this particular group of people. I don't see black people. I don't see black people going up to random white Caucasian European women and just asking them, "Why are you in this parking lot? Why are you in this building? Why are you in this office? Why are you at this pool? Why are you at the park?" I don't see that. But every time I turn around, there's a Caucasian European woman asking somebody, "Why are you here?" You see, and these same women are the ones that are raising these mass shooters. And what do they have in common? The mass shooters and these Caucasian European women, what do they have in common? Hate. Hate. That's the one thing these young men and this group of people have in common. Hate. These people are filled with hate. Vile, disgusting hate. That's the one thing they have in common. And it's because this group of people are the ones that are raising these mass shooters. You see, and you wonder why they're so filled with hate, and you wonder why they're going out there shooting and killing people. They're filled with hate. Hate. These people are the ones that are raising them. Yes. So let's shine the spotlight on this group of people for once. Let's do that, okay? Let's show the world where these mass shooters are coming from, who raised them. Let's show the world that this group of people that have been held to such high regards and such high esteem. Let's show the world who you really are, man. You Caucasian European female. Your true colors are coming out in these videos. Every time I turn around, I see the hate, the vile, disturbing, disgusting hate from you group of people. And I'm not holding my tongue. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's disgusting. It's vile. Anyway, I'm not going to go any further. Thank you guys for watching. Give me a thumb up, okay? I will talk to you guys later. As long as we have this group of people raising their sons and daughters to be, who they are. You know what? I have something else I want to share. Hold on. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen for a minute. Let me share my screen for a minute. Pardon me while I share my screen for a minute. There we go.
So there's a video circulating on the internet of a little white girl who was chilling with a group of black people, a mother, her kids appear to be, and she decides to call a little baby less than a year old the N-word. What appears to be the mother decided to take the situation to her own hands in a very polite and mature manner. Check this out.
What that word mean?
What?
What does that word mean?
You're a nigger.
What that mean?
He's a nigger.
What does it mean? Though? Like, what is a nigger? What is a person or what? Like, what is it? How does it make you one? How does it make you one? Are you one?
No.
Why? Why aren't you one?
You're taking a video. Is that on Snapchat?
No, it's not.
On your pictures?
Yeah.
Like a what?
Why isn't you? Why aren't you a nigger?
Because I'm not.
Why? You said he one. He's a baby. So how is he a nigger if he's a baby? That doesn't even make sense. Like how can he be that? He was just born.
No, he's not.
He was just not so long ago. I'm saying he's still a baby. So what makes you? I call him that. I'm trying to figure out what makes you that. And how you not one, and you bigger than him. So how?
I don't know.
So how do you call somebody something you don't even know what it means? What are you? What are you? If he's a nigger, what are you? Huh? Girl, you crazy.
Now, let me try. I found the video here. Let me try and play the video for you guys.
Nigger, you said nigger? Yeah. What that word mean? Don't say that. Don't say that. What that word mean? What does that word mean?
Nigger. What does it mean? He's a nigger.
What does it mean? What is it, a person? Like, what does how does it make you one? How does it make you one? Are you one?
No.
Why aren't you one?
He's making a video. Is that on Snapchat?
No, it's not.
On your pictures?
Yeah.
Why
Why aren't you a nigger?
Because I'm not.
Why? You said he won. He's a baby, so how is he a nigger if he's a baby? That doesn't even make sense. Like, how can he be that? He was just born.
No, he's not.
He was just not too long ago. I'm saying he's still a baby. So what makes you? I'll call him that. I'm trying to figure out what makes you that. And how you not one? And you bigger than him. So how?
I don't know.
So how you call somebody something you don't even know what it means? What are you? What are you? If he's a nigger, what are you? Huh? Girl, you crazy. Girl, don't be calling people stuff that you don't know what they. You don't even know what it is.
He needs help.
Huh?
I said he needs help.
Who? Why do you need help?
You're asking too much questions.
You don't want to say so. I'm just kidding. He's a happy baby. You need help. You don't have no problem.
You guys want to go play at the park? Let's go.
They can't go play with you until you tell me what the nigger means. No, love it. Can't go with her.
Not sure if you guys were able to catch that, but we had a little white girl. She couldn't have been no more than 5 or 7 years old. And she walked up to this black woman in the park. This black woman was there with her 2 children. And she started calling the children niggers, as you heard in the video, just out of nowhere. She says, "You're a nigger, you're a nigger." And then she didn't, I'm sorry. And then she casually got up and asked the same children she just called nigger if they wanted to go play. Just like that. There's so many things wrong with that video, which I'm going to try and break down in a second, right? This little white girl, first of all, if that were me in the park, if that was me and my children in the park, there's no way that little girl would have gotten close enough to violate my children. No way that she would have gotten that close to me and my children, my beautiful chocolate babies. No way she would have gotten that close to me to violate my children like that, right? But she was so close, and she called those babies the N-word, and so casually, and then she got up and asked them if they wanted to go play. Now, I'm really watching that video, and it really, what she did, right? What she did was established first. What she did was she wanted to establish to those children that they're niggers. That's what they are. She don't mind playing with them, but she just want to establish that she's she's the queen, right? And they're the peasants. Okay? I just want to establish that I'm the queen, you guys are the peasant, right? I don't mind playing with y'all, but let's just establish that before we go and play. See, that's what she did, right? She was smart. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's letting them know that she and them are not on the same level as far as she's concerned. She don't mind playing with them, but I'm just letting you guys know that we're not on the same level. I'll play with y'all for a while because, I don't have anyone to play with right now, and I don't mind playing with you guys, but I'm just letting you guys know that I'm the queen and you guys are the servants, right? As far as she's concerned, because that's what she's being taught, right? And she got up casually and asked them, do you want to play with me, right? And so now my problem with this video is, number one, the mother is so nonchalant. She's snickering and laughing like a buffoon, right? Just like a stupid buffoon. And the other thing I find so disturbing about this video is the fact that the little black children, especially the little girl, because she was old enough. The baby boy was just a little baby. He was a toddler. He didn't understand what was going on. But the little girl, the little black girl, was old enough. She sat there and she sat through this whole encounter. And then when that little white girl walked away and asked if they wanted to come play with her, that little black girl wanted to get up and go play with her. That's what really troubles me. And what that tells me is that these children are not being taught anything at home about who their enemies are. Because that little white girl is the enemy. She is. She's a demon. That's not your friend. A friend doesn't deal with you that way, you see. And it's very disturbing that black mother, whoever is raising those children, those black children, are not warning them and teaching them about this type of encounter in the world. They're not being taught anything at home. And that's very troubling to me, you see. And the fact that that mother was laughing and snickering like everything is funny, just a big stupid buffoon, while this little girl is calling her children the N-word right there to her face. And she stood there long enough to have this long conversation with her. I tell you, that couldn't happen. Why don't these things happen to me? Why? Why don't these things happen to me? My grandmother used to say, Duppy no who for frightened. If those of you Jamaicans who are watching this, y'all know what I'm talking about. Duppy no who for frightened. You see, because these things don't happen to me. Never, never happen to me. Are you kidding me? That little devil would have never set foot in my space close enough to disrespect my children to my face. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? And see, who's raising that child? Who's raising that child? Who's raising her? The same type of woman that you see in those videos. That's who's raising that child. There's a lot of them out there. And when you go outside, when you get into your vehicle and you go to the post office, you go to the supermarket, you go to the local courthouse, you go to your local whatever offices, right? And you see these people dressed up in their heels and their suits and their skirts and their dresses and their hair all done. And they appear to be someone of standard. This group of people, they, pretend and mask themselves to be a somewhat of certain standard in society. But when you go behind closed doors and you listen to these people and you really know and you really get to know who these people really are, they're the one, this group of people here I'm talking about, the Caucasian European women, they're the one that are hateful. They're filled with hate. I kid you not. I've been in places where these people don't even know that I'm at. And I've heard conversations. I've listened to these people. These people are filled with hate. Filled with hate. And that hate is being passed on to their children. And that's why this type of hate is passed down from generation to generation in this country, in America. And that's why today it's this hate is alive. And the only people that are fast asleep and that doesn't know about this type of hate are black folks for some reason. I mean, after 400 years of slavery, and black folks are still surprised about the hate. You see, and this group of people, they're the one, they're the one that are carrying this torch of hate from generation to generation. They are. And they're very deceitful, very deceitful. You'll never know, because when they are out in public, sometimes they put on such facade, such a fake facade, that you really don't know. But see, I know, I am very familiar with the nature of these people. I am quite familiar with the nature of these people. They can't fool me. Can't fool me at all. Nope. And it doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter if they're 2 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old, 12 years old, 30, 40, 50, 60, 90, 105 years old. It doesn't matter. They are filled with hate, and they are vile and disgusting. Yep. And they're the one who are raising these children. That little girl you just saw in the video, she's being raised by one of those people. Those boys that are going around mass shooting up everybody all over the place, they're being raised by one of those women all over the place. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later.